Now we will move to the time and action plan template. For that, in FashionNX itself, in general tab, there is a time and action template available. The question is why this is required again, will be there. So the answer is for this, particularly when any style or any product is from the some customers are maintaining their all activity from the like create when this sample is got started uh, from the designing itself they want to track uh, is the sample order is created, is the sample order after creation of the sample order sample is completed or not, then further to it anything is converted into when the order is received from the customer and they want to plan this particular quantity of the style and obviously that time they are having some shipping dates along with them and based upon that they can plan reverse calculation or like forward calculations for the production activities so they can define exactly because customer to customer, the capacity of the factory, several factors will involve to decide how many days or how many time is required to complete that particular process. So considering that customer can define their the time lead time or you can say the exactly how much time they require they want to come they can decide that their own only how much time they required to complete each and every process so in that addition to it when the order is received obviously they will plan the uh, raw materials and when they plan the raw materials that time of in case you can say that some of the requirement has been created and based upon that they want to track exactly is the raw material is ordered or not ordered, is that received or not received in case of any manual intervention of the merchandiser is involved for that particularly he want to or she want to take a fall of it as a task creating a task like in the template through as per the TNA itself. So TNA obviously whatever the activities to be performed, any order quantity, so that can be predefined and that can be tracked against the particular order. So for that obviously customer need to define what exactly statuses they want to track in terms of the inventory productions and the delivery of the particular order. So in that way, uh, order confirmation can be a like that can be that's supposed to happen on the day zero itself. On the day one itself, the order confirmation they can expect on the same date. Order confirmation status should get updated. Uh, Again, this task that need to be done by the several like involvement of the different people are involved in this particular activity but the monitoration of this particular TNAs you can say the monitor of the TNAs only the merchandiser because he is handling the all activity under his like observation itself so that time exactly what are the dates they can take exactly which task supposed to be happen or like complete should get completed first of all and if that is not completed then what should be the further like escalation of that particular task should be happen to someone at least like reporting manager should get alert after 3 days so these are these simple requirement is simple, but the complex of the situation, or like tracking the each activity is quite complex situation, but that we can handle it here in a simple manner itself. So just for example, to showcase entire activity of the TNA, the small, there can I can just view it one step back here. uh, you can see there are around 66 steps available. Okay, so such kind of big TNA also we can define, and this TNA also can be there in place. So in that, I'm just explaining this one because really easy to understand this. So first of all, title can be manual. For the creation, obviously you can go here also, and for the in template, go to template and you can start add it and just give a name of it. You can select a template is for the sale or purchase, and you can define that days calculations. What are the what will be the parameter for the days calculation, and you can say add. So when you keep adding it, so it will give you the sequence of the for that particular activity, and you can define your activity title here. Then you can define exactly what basis of the date calculation should be happen, based upon which date actually, because there can be several dates for the calculation available. One is that just I am going back from here now. Okay. One is that uh, order date. Second is that shipping date. This is the date which is the sales order date you can call, and then this is the date which you can say according to in plan itself we will get these options available. Exactly which is the date of which you are expecting as a ex factory date. So this date on this date on these dates only the calculation will happen actually. And mm, so next is that exactly you can see this. Okay, when the production order is created actually, not a sales order, production order is get created. After that production order, um, so in how many days that this particular activity should get uh, completed. So that is defined, that can be defined from the date of the production order, exactly when the purchase order for the fabric should get issued in 4 days. Uh, when the reminder should come. Okay, so to if anyone particularly when this particular activity is going to due on such specific date, like I'm going to okay, yeah, plan along with it, so you can sing this. Okay, so you can see order confirmation. Okay, because this has been created today only in the morning itself. So you can say that uh, your order confirmation should be happen on the next day. The one day was there, okay, from the creation. So the plan start date is come there. Along with that, because based upon this TNA is getting it will get generated from when you are going to do a plan. Okay, from planning itself, you will be able to generate this particular. Oh, sorry. So I'm talking about this. When you plan, when you will be, we will plan the quantity, then you will be able to generate the TNA. And when the TNA, there will be the button. Okay. So based upon that, the TNA will get generated, and also the one of the project will get generated, and that will get linked to the TNA. So this will be the TNA and TNA, and based upon whatever the dates are selected in production plan, because you can see here the dates are selected. So from this date, this is the order date actually. From this date, you can say the TNA is calculated, but this is the due date, which you can say that this is your expiry date. And from that date of the production plan, you can see here, because two, three factors will get involved in this. One is that you need to create a TNA template. In that, you can define exactly what should be dates come according to the task, when the reminder should be come. So you can see here the reminder date also showing there. Okay, if your task is getting planned on 16th October, then you will get a reminder on 15th of October. Based upon this particular configuration, this TNA is generated. First of all, we have to generate a TNA template, then we have to plan the obviously quantities, and based upon that you will get a dates. And generally, when you are doing this, so obviously there is a one threshold which is the column available. Based upon that, your critical date, that means whenever your task is getting delayed, you are getting a reminder on 15th October, but after 3 days of it, then it will consider as a critical activity, which if it is getting a delayed or not get completed. So based upon that, all the like when the like your escalation will get happen, then then obviously, exactly which team is responsible, that also you can define it. Is that a milestone, or like that you can define it again. All are the milestones only. So next is that some of the feature that means that generate activity. If you want to generate the activity in the calendar, that will be the part of it based upon your action task. It will you want to create an activity. So when the activities get created, then exactly which there will be the type of the activity should get. So that kind of the, because again this is the reminders for the due of the task. It will work like that only. So for that you can define that activity type. Apart from that, exactly, because you can see here fabric purchase order creation, and you can see here the show details. Okay, so why this is showing exactly here, what are the purchase order are created which are showing here. Okay, but how system is recognizing that, when against which task, what kind of the like action you want to see, or like you are going to link it. So for the this particular activity, which is the fabric purchase order creation, the purchase order action is, like creation of the purchase order action is linked. And also with that, because the fabric is, fabric, that means they just want because there can be a fabric purchase orders, there can be trends purchase orders, there can be a finishing raw material purchase orders. So they want a customer want to track each and every kind of the item group individually. So for that, when we say that we want to link a purchase order, Then in a action also we have to give the category of the product. Again, these are the cost categories. Okay, these are not the item groups or anything. These are directly cost categories. In cost sheet also, these are we are using that means it will get used in below material also. This will get used, and in a similar manner also, when you are creating a T&A, so cost category you have to link it exactly of the which category of the item you want to track. So I can say that I want to track a fabric, then I can select a fabric here. So when I select this, what is my target percent? That also I can set it. So I can set it, and if just to consider that when I will say a 90% fabric is issued, that means like you can consider it as a status is completed. So you will be able to see here also, you can see here that your target percentage and actual percentage, because TNA template is the document where all the details is getting, and also each and every task is get displayed here, and along with the percentage of the completion. Exactly, when you are saying that we want to track a fabric purchase order, then are the purchase order created 100% against the target? No, it is only 93.10. 3% is fabric is ordered. What are the fabrics are orders? So these are the fabrics, and this is the quantity which has been ordered at to be. This is comparing with the production plan which you have been created in the FashionNX, and against that it will get it is going to track all the information, what are the required quantity, against that the entire purchase order creator or not. Then you might be need to you need to link this particular uh, cost category in item master as well. Okay, so that is again the important factor. You when you say that you want to uh, track a fabric purchase order, then you need to link your cost category with the fabric. So system will recognize that this item is in purchase order, this item is in plan as well, and what is the plan quantity according to the project. Okay, because in each and every TNA the project is linked. Okay, so whatever the project is available in TNA, so based upon that your purchase order will have similar TNA. Your sales order will also have a similar project number in each document. In each document, that means the standard SAP V1 documents will have a project which is defined on the TNA and production plan. So this way you can link your purchase order to track, and similar way, you will be able to track your GRPO. So you can define for all things will be remain same, but you may need to define the different action here, which is the GRPO goods receipt note. You can link it here, and you can define exactly of which category of the goods you want to, like cost category you want to link it to track it. In a similar manner, uh, you can track your production activity. You can see here cutting has been started is in this particular link is showing, because you can see here directly you can go to some entries which we will see later on as well when we will do the production. But whatever the production entry will happen, which will get linked here, and each and every task which you can see, these are four production activity which are linked here, but each and every process can be get linked, and there can be, like when template got created that time, there can you can involve all processes, and which are, like you are having performing 10 operations in production, and in specific particular product there are four processes are involved. So in that case you can mention that in template you are having 10 processes, and at the time of the generation of the T&A, if you are having only four processes to produce that particular product. So in T&A, Fashion and Next will eliminate remaining six processes which are not part of this particular product, but only which are related processes to that particular production or that particular plan is will consider as a in T&A. Okay, so you can make a because for exactly this is particularly for the production processes, because in some we cannot add each and every type of processes in different different templates of the T&A. So in that case, we can consider that one is the common TNA. All processes are involved into that particular TNA, and Fashion and will recognize that exactly while creating a TNA or generating a TNA for this particular product. What are the routing processes are defined based upon that only. Those processes will be the part of the um, T&A. And one is that uh, like I just want to showcase what kind of actions you can link here. Okay, so you will be able to link purchase order, goods receipt note, then production plan, sample order, receipt from sample, and style created, issue from process, receipt from process, and delivery is created or not. So these are all operations you will be able to perform. Some are the in SAP B1, and some like GRPO or like, so whatever the documents are getting created, those you can link it, and you can link the operation as well as the categories of the items. Based upon that, you will be able to generate this T&A, and according to the T&A dates or whatever the structure you have been provided here, the dates, plan dates, like you can see that one days has been like entered here. Okay, why? Because the in for this particular activity, one day will required from 16 to 17. This will get completed when in case you are not entering any days. If in case you are not entering any days here, that means that process do not have start and end date. Okay, but if you are entering anything like cutting will start and will get ended up in one day, so that means plan start date will come, and then the end date also come, and based upon that this TNA can be freezed. Okay, once the TNA is generated, that can be a freezed. Once the TNA is got freezed, that means no changes can be happen into the plan dates. Whatever the grade, now the fields are got like disabled. So in that the changes will not be allowed. Whatever the revised date, want to just mention it, that can be like maintained separately. So basically this was the T&A, and there is a approval also available. We can send this particular T&A for approval, and we can take approval on this particular each and every T&A. The requested quantity, order quantity, and planned quantity. So these are coming from the specific document directly. This is the detail which if you are already with your production plan, the customer and project is already linked, and this is your the style detail. Apart from that, on header, you can itself, when your activity is getting started and when it is getting, like finished up, and what is your the date of the shipping according to your planning is showing here. Exactly on which base document the TNE has got generated, then this is the base document and what is the doc entry of it, and it is showing here, and exactly which template you have been used to generate the TNA, you can see here. Important is that when you are linking anything, any action to any activity, so you can see here, this is the GRPO which is linked. You can directly go to the GRPO from here, as you can go for the purchase order as well as the process, issue and receipt, and the delivery of the, you can see here the created the delivery, okay, of each size, exactly what the delivery is of 120 pieces, you can see here. And again you will be able to go to the delivery of this SAP B1, which is the document. So basically the concept was to track the merchant activity and the production activity. So uh, thank you so much. Thanks for the attending.